There are things in life that don't look dangerous, but they quietly pull your heart away from God, not in one big moment, but slowly, softly, silently. Sometimes it's the attachment to people's approval. When you start caring more about what others think than what God is whispering to your soul, sometimes it's comfort. That quiet voice saying, "Later, when I'm not tired, when life gets easier," and without noticing it, your spirit becomes sleepy. Sometimes it's control, that urge to fix everything on your own, to carry every burden by yourself until prayer becomes your last resort instead of your first response. Sometimes it's busyness, the non-stop noise, the endless responsibilities, the schedule that never leaves room for silence. And in the noise, God's voice becomes harder to hear. Sometimes it's worry, the what-ifs, the fears, the overthinking that fills the space where peace should live. Sometimes it's entertainment, not sinful, but numbing. Hours of scrolling, watching, escaping, while your spirit quietly starves. Sometimes it's the past, old wounds you never healed, pain you learned to live with, walls you built to protect yourself that now keep God at a distance. And sometimes it's success, the pressure to achieve, to perform, to prove yourself, until prayer feels like a pause you don't have time for. But here's the truth. Anything that becomes louder than God will eventually lead you away from Him. Yet the moment you notice it, the moment you feel that gentle tug in your heart, that's God calling you back, not with anger, not with disappointment, but with love. Because He never stopped waiting. He never stopped reaching. He never stopped wanting your heart. So today, take one step back toward Him. One moment of silence. One honest prayer. One surrender. And watch how He restores the fire you thought you lost. Stepping away from unhealthy attachments doesn't happen overnight. It happens one small, intentional choice at a time. Here are the steps that truly make a difference. Start with awareness. Name what's pulling you away. You can't fight what you don't recognize. Take a quiet moment and ask yourself, what has been louder than God in my life lately? Naming it is the first step toward breaking its power. Create small, sacred pauses in your day. You don't need an hour. You just need a moment, a 30-second pause, a whispered prayer, a deep breath that says, "Lord, I'm here." Small pauses rebuild spiritual sensitivity. Replace, don't just remove. You can't empty your life and expect to stay strong. When you remove an attachment, replace it with something holy. Replace scrolling with scripture. Replace worry with worship. Replace noise with silence. Replace self-reliance with surrender. Transformation happens through substitution. Set gentle boundaries. With your time, busyness is a thief, so choose one boundary. Just one that protects your soul. No phone for the first 10 minutes of the day. One night a week with no screens. A short walk without distractions. Boundaries create space for God to speak. Practice letting go in small ways. If control is your attachment, start small. Pray before you act. Letting go is a muscle. You strengthen it through repetition. Heal what hurts. Instead of hiding it, if your attachment is rooted in past wounds, don't. Bury them. Bring them to God. Talk to someone you trust. Write it down. Healing breaks spiritual blockages. Limit what numbs. Entertainment isn't evil, but it can drown your spirit. Choose one simple limit. One less episode. One less hour of scrolling. One intentional break from noise. You'll be surprised how quickly your hunger for God returns. Rebuild your prayer life with honesty, not perfection. Don't aim for perfect prayers. Aim for honest ones. Tell God, I'm tired. I'm distracted. I'm struggling. Honesty reconnects you faster than discipline ever will. Surround yourself with people who pull you toward God. Your environment shapes your appetite. Choose relationships that speak life, encourage faith, challenge, gently remind you who you are. The right people make spiritual growth feel natural. Celebrate small victories. Every time you choose God over distraction, celebrate it. Every moment of clarity, every prayer, every surrender. They all matter. They all count. They all build momentum. Stepping away from attachments isn't about perfection. It's about direction. Every small step you take toward God is a step away from the things that once held you, and God honors every step, even the shaky ones.